Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Phantom Frequency Network, where we get into the entire multiverse of pop culture around these parts. And today, we're going to be focused on one of my favorite franchises of all time, one of the dopest horror franchises of all time. I'm talking about that guy right there. This is a Scream 6 update. It's another stop on the road on the hype train to Scream 6, y'all. Last year, we did a whole hype train little series here on the channel where we covered a bunch of Scream content, whether it was retro stuff about the older movies or trailer breakdowns and all the news stories and all the rumors leading up to the release of Scream 5. So we're going to be doing the same thing for this year's installment of Scream 6, dropping March 10th, 2023. So with no further ado, let's get into this thing. All right, y'all, let's get into the nitty gritty of the discussion here. And we got a lot of good stuff to get into, so that's why I kind of wanted to wait to let the news boil up a little bit since the last teaser trailer, so we had a little more to get into until we got the next trailer. And that's going to be the first topic of discussion here, guys, because this coming Thursday, because on the recording of this video, it's a few days before then, but on this coming Thursday, January 19th, there's supposed to be a full-length trailer of the new Scream 6, man. And they kind of teased it with the social media post from Jenna Ortega, I believe. And then Melissa Barrera commented on there, like, oh, I see what you did there because you put a 1 and a 19 in the caption, and they were taking a selfie in one of those like cameras in the corner of like a bodega looking spot in like a New York like setting. So I'm pretty sure that was the big tease about the new trailer coming. We all know that the new movie is going to be set in New York City. We all saw the teaser trailer where they're on the subway, so we're going full on Ghostface takes Manhattan. And don't worry, Friday fans, this one's going to redeem it, y'all. I believe it. I believe it. And that's the big thing going right there. So if that trailer does indeed drop this coming Thursday on January 19th, your boy right here is going to be bringing y'all another trailer reaction. And then right after that, I'm going to get cooking up on a trailer breakdown. I'm going to be kind of getting into frame by frame and looking and analyzing everything. And then I'm going to be kind of breaking down any little details or any story things or any theories I have or things I might have noticed. So I'm going to have a full-on breakdown for that coming like next weekend or maybe like next Monday, something like that. But around that time, I'm gonna have a trailer breakdown. But the day of, on January 19th, this coming Thursday, when the trailer drops, I will have a trailer reaction up for you guys. Definitely. It might be a little bit later in the night, depending, because I do, 9 to 5 and all that. But gonna have that trailer reaction for y'all. So we're definitely gonna have to keep our eyes peeled on that. But I definitely hope it does drop. I cannot wait to see a little bit more of what Radio Silence is cooking up for this next one, man. And speaking of the next film, we got some more news all tying into it, y'all. And it's going to be potentially the runtime. So I'm going to put a big old spoiler alert right here, y'all. Big spoiler alert. If you don't want to know a single true blue detail about the movie that's like a confirmed thing other than footage and you want to skip trailers, don't want to know shit, here's your warning. All right, so here we go. So the big thing here is the runtime potentially was kind of accidentally revealed or something like that, or kind of posted somewhere and someone kind of leaked it out from Paramount Australia / New Zealand. Apparently their branch over there in the film department leaked out, or not leaked out, but they put out there somewhere or like published it somewhere that it's going to be running in around 118 minutes. So that's an hour and 58 minutes. So pretty much around almost the exact same length as a lot of the other films. All the films are like right under 2 hours, right at 2 hours. So kind of fits in with all the other previous 5 installments. So nothing too crazy to get into there, but just was something interesting and just an interesting rumor I saw. So if that's true, I'm all in. All the movies are always around that length and more often than not have earned that runtime. So I'm all in for that. And then the final piece of news / rumors, if you will, is that poster that came out a while back, the subway map looking poster for Scream 6 that came out that had all the different victims of all the different Ghostface killers in the previous 5 films listed on there as different stops on the subway, right? And it all begins with Marine Prescott, and then it all goes around, not literally in actual chronological sequence, but sometimes pretty close to it. But the one thing that definitely stands out about that are 2 particular character stops on that map. Now, one is going to be Kirby Reed, obviously, played by the great Hayden Panettiere, who's coming back into this film in some capacity in Scream 6. And she's listed on there as one of the stops, but it says closed, like the road or the stop is closed, right? So what does that mean exactly? You know what I'm saying? Why is hers different than everyone else? Is it just because we thought she was dead and now she's not? Is it literally that simple? Or is it a case of she might be potentially, you know, the killer? Is there something else going on that we might not even be thinking about? Like something like they did with Sam Carpenter, how she ended up being Billy Loomis's daughter, and nobody, I think, was suspecting that going into the film. So that was pretty crazy in and of itself. So there's a lot of interesting potential with that little detail on the map. And does that mean anything for the film? Who knows? Could be me just speculating like crazy, but we'll see what happens. And then also the big one here is STU MACHER. His is like in a highlighted kind of like reddish pinkish color. So what the fuck does that mean? Why does his look different to every other dot and every other person's name listed on there other than Kirby Reed with the road closed? His is the only other one that stands out differently in a whole different color. What does that mean? Does that mean he's alive still? Never been confirmed dead. So a lot of those rumors and a lot of those theories that certain Scream fans have out there about STU MACHER being back and them wanting him back, it would be dope to see him. It would be a very tricky line to write that where it really does make sense for him to have been gone all this time and to now want to jump back into the fray. But anything's possible and anything can be done. So I'm open to the idea if it's well executed, because I love STU MACHER. He's one of my favorite Ghostface killers, always will be. One of my all-time favorite characters in the franchise. I even got the pleasure of meeting Matthew Lillard actually at last year's Monsterpalooza in Pasadena, CA. So that was a lot of fun. He was a blast and such a humble and awesome guy to meet. It was such an honor to meet him. So that was awesome in and of itself. But it's going to be interesting to see if STU MACHER is going to play into this thing at all. I could see it playing out where maybe he has been involved with this thing. Maybe he is orchestrating something behind the scenes, a la Scream 3 style, the way they originally intended it, with the cult and with these other things going on. And even though Kevin Williamson did make another series with Kevin Bacon using a lot of that plot line, who knows, man? They might have, Radio Silence might have talked to him and figured out a way to rejigger that storyline into this new canon that makes sense. So anything's possible. All bets are off, but I want to hear from y'all. Let me know what you think about this Scream 6 news in the comments. Let me know some of your theories. Who do you think the new killer is going to be? Who do you think's been behind this, if there is anyone pulling the strings behind the scenes? Is it Sydney, potentially? Is that what they wanted her to do and she didn't want to come back to do it? Is it going to end up being STU MACHER? Is it Kirby Reed? Is it Sam Carpenter going crazy after she had chopped up Richie like it's going to be Thanksgiving dinner? Who the hell knows? But I want to know what y'all think. Let's nerd out in the discussion down below, and make sure you join us for the entire hype train to Scream 6. We're going to be taking it all the way there. We're going to have some more discussion videos, trailer breakdowns, all kinds of goodness, and I got something real special planned for the Scream franchise in general, and some new type of content here for the channel. So make sure you're staying tuned and ain't sleeping on any of that dopeness. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Make sure you're clicking all those buttons, the like, the subscribe, the bell. All of it really does help us immensely, and we really do appreciate all the awesome support we've been getting from each and every one of you lovely individuals out there all around the world. So until we see you next time, stay tuned, don't sleep, much love, and what's your favorite scary movie?